Hey Faithhead Nations, PFunk here, and tonight I got Mr. Lebron Estrada, who has been mixing, mastering the new Faithhead music and also pulling down some guitar duties. How you doing, LeBron?
Doing good, how are you?
I'm good, I'm all right. Well, so we got our new single, Artificial God, dropping here at the end of the month.
I'm excited.
I don't know if you saw the last video I did where I kind of talked about it a little bit, but why don't you just tell everybody about yourself first, and then we'll talk about the song.
Well, I've been playing guitar for, I don't know, let's see, I graduated in 08 and I started playing guitar in probably 02, something like that, so it's been a long time. I first started learning how to play lead when I started learning how to play blues, and then blues turned into doom, Black Sabbath. So, and they kind of go hand in hand, as you know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's really what it is jam band. Black Sabbath is jam band blues. So it turned out to sound heavy. So that's like the biggest influence on me is doom, and it is yours too, apparently.
Well, I got a lot of influences, and I think everybody hears the album, they'll definitely get to hear the whole gamut of everything. So, just want to tell people real quickly about how you came to be in Faithhead.
Well, y'all were in the need of a guitar player.
Yeah.
And I had filled in for a show, and then Dale was telling me about some new music that you had put out, and he let me hear some of it, and I loved it because it was awesome. It was really, a lot of it was really doomy, and so I was like, there's nobody playing. I was like, I'd love to at least be a part of helping write and kind of tweak, and I said I will track it and mix it and master it and all that stuff, just because I love the music so much, and I like, we're all friends, and I wanted to help you all succeed. So that's where it started, and then the more and more I kept playing, and the more and more I kept basically writing, I guess you'd call it that, and putting in my part. I just fell in love with it. I just wouldn't take anybody else playing it except for me. So
yeah,
and our other guitar player.
So we sucked you in, basically.
Well, you did. you did with your music.
Well, I appreciate that. Well, I have to say, and to your credit, I mean, you really on a lot of the songs, as far as the new music goes, everybody's heard Aberrations of Reality by now.
Yeah.
Which came out in December. So you had some input on that, and I would say this one you really had a lot of input on, because I think when I threw it on the pile back in December, I mean, it wasn't really done. It was maybe 85% done, and then you're the one that you and Dale really took the rest of the way. So, well, what was your first impressions on it?
Well, it was, like I said, other than continuing to repeat myself about it being doomy, it was just really heavy, and it was a bit of a challenge. And
what made it a challenge?
It's just the style. It's even though it's really the way I play, it's not. Just kind of like the little bit of modes that you use. It's not what I normally would do, but yeah. I figured it out mostly by ear, and then I just love recording stuff, so I was able to you send me the stems, I drag them in, and then I just sit there and learn each part, and I just love that. So and then that's what happened with the bridge section, that I thought it should go. I just rearrange stuff and then send it to you, and if you like it, then we'll go with it. And that's pretty much how the whole bridge was written. Yeah. For the song, or the breakdown, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it was pretty much a hot mess when you got it, because I know my intro part was not very consistent. I liked how you shaped that up, where we had the part. I think I had like a smidge of that, and I think you just polished that all up very nicely. So I thought that was a great contribution there. Being first a bass player and as a songwriter using a guitar, I think you definitely nailed some of the nuance that I obviously I don't have.
Well, it's a thing that you got to learn, and I guess you really learn it from not so much Black Sabbath, but like I think Down is a big band that does all the sliding kind of playing, especially the song "Bury Me in Smoke." Just got a sliding, doomy kind of thing going. So
Yeah.
and I learned that, and it really influences how I play.
Yeah. So your first impressions was you liked it.
I loved it.
So what was the riff that hooked you?
Actually, it was the verse. As
Okay.
simple as it is, it
Okay.
was just the simple, slow kind of marching. I guess it's kind of a marchy
Yeah.
verse. That's really what got me.
I guess I could see that.
And the drums that the MIDI drums that you put on it match it perfect.
Well,
And I was really specific when Dale was like, "You got to do it that way. Don't change it, please."
well, he was very accommodating, I guess, in that aspect.
Yeah.
Of it.
Well, especially the bridge section.
Oh yeah. Well, I felt like when we were recording it, that intro, I don't know how many takes he did on that, but man, I mean, he was a stickler about perfecting it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's like, I don't know how many days he worked on that. It was several days. He just went back and forth on just trying to nail it and making sure that he seemed to hit like every piece on his kit. It seemed he tried to nail it perfect. So it was quite a challenge. So
Yeah, I need to get some footage. Need to video of him doing a playthrough of that. That I've been meaning to, just hadn't done it yet. Hadn't really had time.
yeah. I think Dale deserves definitely deserves some props on this one, because I think it pushed him a lot too.
Yeah.
Because Faithhead, I think up to this point, we've been very kind of straightforward. Just kind of everything just kind of moves along in a groove. But this time it was kind of
Pretty technical.
yeah, it is. Yeah, probably one of our more technical songs on this album, I think, especially as far as the timing goes. But was there any other parts that kind of spoke to you, other than apparently I went through all the trouble of writing technical parts, but the simplest one is the one that got you.
It was, yeah. It's just so heavy. I mean, I really liked the bridge section too. Before I added stuff to it and rearranged it, so forth, and but I really liked it in the beginning anyway. So I don't know, just the whole thing. I mean, even the main, like the chorus is not the same as the verse. It's pretty much the whole song. It's just a banger, as Dale likes to say, from beginning to end.
Well,
and Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy.
We can't leave Jimmy out. I mean, his vocal melody that he came up with on that just killed it, and I just love singing it when I'm playing, but I gotta make sure I'm paying attention so I don't mess up.
I think that's been the best part about this experience has been, it's, I feel like I brought to the table some good ideas.
Yeah.
But man, it's really awesome when you guys like you and Dale and Jimmy and Tyler just take it the rest of the way. I think that's what makes it special, because it's, when you put, you write music, you got songs, and
it's been a while.
Yeah. Well,
that was the other thing, and I will just, just to, this is a compliment to you. Like, it's been so long since I wrote a song from beginning to end like you did. I used to be able to do that. I used to be able to come up with an idea and write the whole arrangement, and I just bring it to the band, but my old band. But I haven't done that in like 10 years or more. So that you giving me that was just something that I haven't had in so long, is to be able to contribute to something that's awesome, just as awesome as anything I've ever played or written.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, Man, I forgot where I was going with that.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry about
Derailed
that.
my train of thought. What was I going to
Well,
say?
just you bringing a song to the table.
Oh yeah,
what all of us have brought to it.
Oh yeah, no, I mean I think that's what makes it great, is because everybody, I know I'm kind of a broken record on this when I say, everybody gets to put their Lego piece on it, but I mean I think that's what makes the collaboration great, because if the listener thinks that it sucks, well then they got 5 people to blame instead of just one.
Yeah, that's trure.
Because whatever the bad idea was got past all of us.
Yeah, that's funny.
But I think that's why I like writing like this, is because you can say, hey dude, that part just is the weak link in this song.
Yeah.
And and I try to divorce myself as much as I can from my feelings, because songs are like people's kids, and I've learned to become a bad parent over the years, that in the sense of I'm like, what, just do what you need to do, beat that kid, whatever it is. But no, I'm just kidding, don't beat your kids. But seriously though, but it's been great, because the good, I think when you have that collaboration and you're hammering the stuff out, the gold really comes out of it. You're really getting the good stuff. So when I asked you, I know when we were talking about the the idea for this song, and I told you I wanted something that we hadn't had in Faithhead before, which was the dual guitar solo.
Oh, okay.
Which I could not think of this for the last video. I was like, 2 guitars soloing together, dual guitar solo. So
I wouldn't call it a solo. I guess it is, but it's just kind of a harmony.
Yeah.
A harmony kind of section.
Yeah.
Guitar section.
That was your baby. I'll give you credit where credit's due there. That was your baby.
Taken straight from Crowbar.
Yeah, thanks. Now I got to go pay Crowbar royalties, right?
No, I didn't steal it. No, it's just.
I'm cutting that out.
It's kind of like Crowbar. Yeah.
It's got Crowbar influence for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, Kurt's a Christian.
Yeah.
So that works.
Yeah. Well, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
So, is there anything about the song that you want to talk about that you like the most?
Well, I did see somebody comment on the guitar, the bass tone. Somebody you said that you're an influence of mine. Who was that? It was on Facebook. There was a guy commenting, and you said you influence us, and I think it was a bass player. Anyway, it was great to get a compliment about the bass tone, because you had that vibranium sledgehammer.
Yeah, the vibranium sledgehammer tone. Well, and that's I don't know if a lot of people know this, and I don't know if they pay that close attention, but I do have a little bit of overdrive on my signal, but you don't really hear it until I'm up on like the 2 bottom strings.
Yeah, I remember you said that.
Yeah,
because
the
last video.
If I chord it, you can hear it, and if I play single notes, you can hear it, but you don't hear it on the low strings. You only hear it on the high strings. So, but this song, I wanted something dirty.
Well, it totally worked, and it's got a mix of a cleaner bass tone with a distorted tone. So
yeah,
especially during the bridge section.
Well, if you don't have a clean signal in there just a little bit, I mean, you lose all the bottom end.
You lose all the bottom end.
Yeah, that's then as much as I love Motorhead, you got to have a little bit of natural bass tone in there that just fizzles out. So
yeah.
But no, I mean, that was just something I wanted to do, because other than like one of our bonus tracks on our first album, I don't have any other songs in the catalog that is straight up distorted bass. So, and then we got a couple in here on this album, which I'm kind of happy with. So
yeah, it's probably the best mix I've done so far ever.
Yeah. Now, one of the things that I'm writing our press kit for this. I'm talking about what are you hearing on this track. People are actually hearing real drums.
They are hearing real drums.
I know that some of the critics they like, what's going on here? Well, this is what real drums sound like.
Yeah, we're going to take a deep dive down this rabbit hole, I guess. I don't know. It won't be too long, but everybody's getting used to the fake drum sound. They don't even know the difference anymore, and it's just like a Rick Beato video that I just saw. Have you seen his latest AI video?
Mm-mm.
Dude, he plays a song on there, and it sounds real. Somebody, just typed it in, they write a song, and it sounds real. And I just like you said in your last video, it's not good. The whole AI thing is not good because it doesn't need, you won't need humans anymore to make music. And that's another reason why it's so important to keep real drums, not to replace it. Because, you said something kind of what I'm about to say. People have been trying to sound like robots forever, but now they're going to be replaced by robots.
Well, I think for certain, when you lose the human element in music, I mean, that's when the soul goes out of it. And AI should be a tool. I mean, I use, there's certain AI tools that I use in graphic design and things like that because they speed, sometimes it speeds things along. In music, we're getting used to an artificial sound. We're getting, it's artificial music.
It is.
I mean, the sound of real drums was so weird to people when they heard it. To some people knew what it was.
On Aberrations, yeah,
on Aberrations for sure.
I remember people were like, "The drums sound raw."
Well, that's what drums sound like.
That's what they sound like. They don't also every hit doesn't have an equal sound every single time. It has, I'm losing the word, but
variation,
and
so hit strikes, yeah.
Yeah, so you might not hit the snare with the same hit every single time. Now kick and snare, I will put like a clipper on. I'll put a clipper on them to make sure the volume level is the same every time. But I don't replace the sound. I EQ it and compress it just like you should.
Yeah,
just like you should. So,
yeah, I think that's really what's going to separate this album from a lot of other music that you're hearing right now. Is it's natural.
Yeah.
Other than some amp sims and some things like that, which we got real amps, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you're trying to capture a tone or something, it's good to have tools. When it's a tool, and not a dependence.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and throw it in there. The amp sound for all the distorted guitars on the album, all but probably one or two songs are a mix of this amp, this EVH with this orange cab, but I played it through an amp sim. So I used Neural Amp Modeler to capture the preamp and the power amp of the head, and then I mic'd up the cab with my Lewitt 440 Pure, found the sweet spot, which is pretty much the most trebly section of the speaker, because that's what I like. And then I tone match, which that's a whole process, but I tone match the microphone to the preamp and the power amp of the head with the AI. So when I play through it on the computer, it sounds exactly like it did from the microphone when I recorded it. But the good thing about using that instead of the amp is that you don't get all the noise.
Yeah.
All the and all that crap noise that you get with the high gain amps.
Maybe we need to put that back on the album.
That
artificially.
Yeah. Actually, I did use this on one of the other songs. On one of the leads.
Yeah.
I actually just mic'd it up and sometimes you have to do that because you just really fight with getting enough feedback. You don't get any feedback without a real amp.
Yeah, that's the downside of amp sims. I was surprised the other day. I was reading an article. Slash was talking about amps and stuff like that, and I was surprised because he's such a purist. That he records on tape.
Really?
Yeah, he still records on 1-inch tape. But he was saying the other day that he actually has been using amp sims in the studio, which shocked me. It really shocked me because he's such a purist.
I don't know. I wonder if Mark Tremonti's crossed into the dark side yet. He's really purist too.
Well,
he won't even be wireless. He's still running cord.
No, that's purist for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's a cool tool when you're trying to find the right tone. Because a lot of the songs on this album, even though a lot of them are in the the same neighborhood, but there are some outliers.
Well, that is one thing, because I lost my train of thought there. I'm glad you said that. It's not just this amp, it's a mix of this amp and a Mesa Boogie dual rectifier. That's the distorted guitar tone. That's what that is. So it's the mic capture of this, and then a mic capture of a dual rectifier. So, I needed to say that because it's important.
Got to get that confession off your chest.
Yeah, I had to get it off my chest. The dual rectifier just blends real good with anything. It's got a real low
that's cool
tone, and this is high pitch, so it works great together.
Well, we talked about Jimmy just a little bit. I don't think maybe we not talked enough. He's had some significant contributions on the new music. What can we say? What can we talk about as far as Jimmy goes on this song? Because this song came after Adam's departure. If you are familiar with our catalog, he's got some Genesis moments on this album coming up.
Yeah,
I think on this song, I think he shines a little bit because he's other songs he's really pushing his range. On this one, you're kind of getting the full catalog of range.
I think you're getting everything that Jimmy as a vocalist in this song for sure. I've said it, I don't know if I've told him this, but I've told Dale and probably you. He's got a really, really powerful voice. He's got a strong voice. And so we were able to really get, the old school Jimmy, but we got some heavy Jimmy in there too.
Yeah.
So, and that may be a newer thing, but yeah, he likes, and you might not know this about him, but I know you do, but he likes all that doomy music. So he likes Hatebreed and stuff. So there's a lot of that influence definitely in this song.
Well, this song is definitely, if you look across the set list for this album, it's definitely on the heavier side.
Well, it's not all Hatebreed.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not trying to say that. The whole album is not Hatebreedy.
Yeah, but this one, I'd say it's in one of the, I would say three. It's probably one of the three of the three of the heavy doomiest. Yeah, it's probably up there.
And then the new song that we're working on right now is
I don't know, that's kind of froggy. It's kind of like
no, not that one. The one before it, not the one today, but this just song.
Yeah,
the song we just finished drums on.
Yeah, man, that one is.
It's so doomy.
Well, it's doom, prog, and thrash. If doom, prog, and thrash had a baby, and man, I don't know.
They're a tie now. This Artificial God and the other one are a tie for me right now. But I think I like the vocals. I'm liking the vocals for this song, for Artificial God, though. Still, like I said earlier, I almost can't help. I got to stop when we play live. I'm gonna have to make sure I play my guitar parts right. So if I start singing with Jimmy, because I love to sing it with Jimmy, because it's so awesome.
So I've been editing our video from that show, and I can tell, just watch, because we got that one camera on you. I can tell in that entire show you're like, oh, I'm gonna stop. I can see it on your face.
The whole time of the song.
Oh yeah, the entire time. That's.
I started singing in the beginning, and then I have to stop.
Yeah. Oh, it's all good. It's funny because that song on stage seems to affect everybody just a little different. Tyler, when he's playing it, it's this doomy, kind of heavy song. And he's over there just grinning, he's grinning from ear to ear, and you're over there trying,
having so much fun.
Like you're about to have a convulsion.
But I'm trying not to sing.
Not to sing, and and that's what I love, and also in this, in Faith Head, is I get to sit back. And a lot of times I get to sit back on the back of the stage and I get to watch all you guys do your thing. So it's been awesome.
I'm right there with you though, because all those years that I sang and played guitar, I could never just have fun and play. And now I can.
Yeah.
I can just, like, you watching me, try not to sing, but I'm just having so much fun.
Yeah.
And I don't have to stand at the mic. I can move around like you do and enjoy it.
So I got one last question for you here. So how do you think we're going to be able to slow this song down live? Because the first time we played it, it was probably 20 beats per minute faster.
I don't know. You started.
I know.
You maybe need to give you a click in your ear.
I don't know.
Just for the beginning.
I may.
Until Dale comes in.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, just a click right in the beginning for you.
So to all of our fans that are going to see us live, the question will be, when we play it next, will it be at the right tempo, or will it be 20 beats or 30 beats faster?
I can't believe how well I played it. I didn't even notice we were that much faster.
Yeah.
Now, one of the other songs we played live that nobody's heard yet, and I won't mention it, but we played it a little bit fast, and I was just like digging my pick in, just trying to make sure I hit every pinch harmonic as much as I could. But yeah, I didn't even, like I said, I didn't even notice the Artificial God was like way faster.
Yeah, it's funny watching the video for sure. So, well, you got anything you want to say?
I don't think so, other than hope everyone is excited to see us live. I'm excited to meet you all and get out there and let you hear this new music that we've been writing. And sorry we've been taking so long, but
hopefully it'll be worth the wait.
Yeah,
I think
it will be worth the wait, I think. So yeah, I appreciate it, and I'm glad to be a part of the band.
Well, I really appreciate the long hours that you put in on the music. I know I don't tell you enough, but I think it's, it really shows, because when you go to a studio, you're paying, for all that time, and we've worked with some great people and some engineers and mixers and masters over the years, but there's something about when you get to take your time on something that the good stuff really comes to the surface on it. And I think there's a lot of great moments in this song that I don't think would have happened if we'd have just went in and shotgunned it in the studio.
No, I don't think. I agree with you. Yeah, I'm just a big nerd about the recording thing, so that's what I love to do. So
yeah, I mean, I like the
It's fun to be able to just do it.
Yeah, I like the recording process. I think I like the writing process, and when you get to the recording process, that kind of changes things a little bit. And because sometimes you're chasing an idea that sometimes needs to die, and then sometimes you strike gold. So, but well, we appreciate it. I appreciate your time. And Artificial God, where you listen to new music, June 28th. That's a Friday. So give us a follow where you listen to new music. We appreciate you. God bless.
It's just a